Hello people of the internet, my name is Bard Stupid. I am a Lancashire based beat poet. I will not reveal my real name. I want to remain mysterious like Banksy or Superman, if you will. I would like to share with you my latest poem. I have been waiting for something to happen to make this more relevant and then get some clickbait, but it doesn't look like it's going to bloody happen now. So let's give it a whirl, shall we? It is called Who Will Fill My Louis van Gaal Shaped Hole? How do we replace Aloysius van Gaal? He's on his way, so let's start the search now. Loathed by United and loved by the rest, this old Dutch master became a Dutch pest. On such promise did Louis arrive, hammering the Spanish by 1-5, with Barca and Munich on his CV. Our hopes were all pinned on LVG, but the start of his era was not so brill. Milton Keynes 4, United 0. Credit is due though, how he rallied those boys. A top 4 finish, it were better than Moyes. But the signs were all there of what were to come. The transfers would reach a titanic sum. Galactico players arrived at the door, but under our Louis they sparkled no more. Deadline day had all the fans buzzing. Radamel Falcao scores goals by the dozen. How could you explain how someone so good could lose all their talent? It's not understood. Maybe old Scooby-Doo and the kids that are pesky could tell us how Radamel turned into Heskey. But at least his record continued to be exactly as woeful for Chelsea FC. Not every player has had the same story. Most of them lead to much greater glory. Angel Di Maria, now what went wrong there? A peach of a player with talent to spare. Played like a hero until mid-November. Then all of a sudden, we got Jemba. They said that the thieves led to his attrition. But was it just simply playing out of position? Angel's career will no longer embarrass. A star born again, but he's shining in Paris. And that's not the end of the players he sold. Look in the back pages, their names are in bold. Avier in Germany, Welbeck at the Gunners. These little swallows will make some more summers. Van Gaal has the Midas touch in reverse. He could turn a Ferrari into a hearse. How did he work with such magnificent teams? He's giving them nightmares at Theatre of Dreams. With nothing to cheer, the ground is so quiet. They champ for attack, but they know he won't try it. Why is it so bad? Everyone must suppose, as Fellaini's arm collides with a nose. Why don't they pass forward? Why don't they just score? Why don't they play like we've seen them before? How do you manage just one shot in a match? The same every game, not just a dry patch. The Dutchman is flying when he faces the press. Flummoxed at why they question his zest. If they had not scored, we would have won. So why do you ask me? We're still number 1. If we had scored a goal in the first, we'd be 1-0 up. You see how it works. To look at the score is not seeing it all. Consider the time that my team had the ball. Goal's not so important. We will be proved. We don't shoot in training. We've had them removed. You don't understand. You're just like Big Sam. It's all down here on my diagram. Why you keep asking? You hear what I say. And Marouane Fellaini is the next Pele. Is this guy mad? Or is it a lie? Over in the studio, Paul Scholes starts to cry. How many times have we thought he'd be out? But a win against Shrewsbury clouds up the doubt. This beaten old boxer won't stay on the mat. He's got more lives than a Siamese cat. Looking to Woodward to make the right call, but this equaliser does nothing at all. With sponsorship deals, Ed knows all the risk. £1 billion gets your face on some crisps. But when he's involved in a P45, mathematically possible is enough to survive. Dear Mr. Woodward, we really must ask, does Louis have pics of you wearing a basque? There have been good times though, so lend me your ear. It would be unkind not to mention them here. In some games those boys were out on a mission. The few times they played in their correct position. They've beaten the City, the Scousers, the Gunners, and some of these kids will turn into stunners. His press conference singing all hail and hearty, chanting away like a drunk at a party. His philosophy might be a terrible bore, but we'll never forget when he jumped on the floor. They've underachieved from 1 to 11, but in fairness, 5th will always beat 7. And if we win the cup, we'll definitely cheer, but we'll also worry about one more year. So Eddie, Bobby, Fergie and Dave, whatever his contract, it's time to be brave. The fans want a team who will go for the goal. Jose will fill our Louis-shaped hole. Thanks very much.